everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Love for Intuitive Astrology. My name is Michelle and I'm an intuitive astrologer. I combine my intuition with my knowledge of astrology, and this will be reflected as well in this video. Today I will talk about the full moon in Leo, which will happen on the 25th of January 2024 at 5 degrees. So check in your natal chart, in your birth chart, if you have any planets at either 5 degrees in Aquarius or 5 degrees in Leo, okay? And we are talking here about fixed signs. And before I continue with the general description, I also want to let you know that I will define each and every single sign as well. So I will go through each of the zodiac signs to let you know for your sun, moon, or rising what to expect on this full moon. So yeah, we're dealing here with two fixed signs, okay, Aquarius and Leo, but they're also quite uplifting signs. These are signs that need enjoyment, that need to have fun. If you look at Leo, it's ruled by the sun, right? And the sun wants to shine. So a healthy Leo energy is shining in that area of their lives. So you know, if you check in your chart, where's Leo? This is where you have to follow your passion and where you have to follow your joy and happiness, okay? So, for example, in my chart, I have Leo in the 9th house, and my happiness and joy is definitely coming from traveling. It's coming from spirituality, belief systems. These are making me feel joyful and happy. Right? So check where that is in your chart. You have to see where your Leo cusp is at, okay? So, yeah, it will happen at 5 degrees, and this full moon is in a square with Jupiter, and Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus, and it's direct. And what I usually see when the full moon or when planets are in a square with Jupiter, there's a little bit of an imbalance when it comes to, for example, overindulgence. So you might indulge a little too much. And when we look at Taurus, this is a sign of finances, physical pleasure. This is a sign of art, a sign of nice foods. So you could either eat too much, spend too much, over create, right? I don't think there's a thing as over creating, but going a little overboard with maybe some wines, maybe, you know, you're having a good time and you're just don't know exactly when to stop. So yeah, keep that in mind. I want you to enjoy, but of course, it's never a good time to do a little too much, okay? Or you balance it out in the next days. Pluto is in a conjunction with the sun, and Pluto went in the sign of Aquarius on the 21st of January, and the moon is in opposition with Pluto. So what we have here is a little bit of power struggles, okay? So there might be some power struggles coming up in the areas where are Leo and Aquarius in your chart. So you can check all the signs where that is for you. Pluto wants you to transform, okay? It wants you to see what you need to let go of, right? It rules the 8th house. So it's a little bit about secrecy. It's a little bit about the side you have been suppressed. It's about traumatic experiences that are coming up. And you are now able to let them go. So, and a way to do that, Leo and Aquarius, is to be in community. So you could be in a group of people and they might say something, and this might open up something within you that understands, hey, maybe that's something I would need to work on. I had no idea I was doing that, okay? So be open to listen, to receive this message. Also, Mercury is in a conjunction with Mars. So Capricorn, it's in the sign of Capricorn, and Capricorn is quite grounded. So these two energies might match actually very well, and you are able to speak up and stand up for what you believe in, stand up for yourself in a certain situation. You might speak up about something, because I love Mercury It's direct now, it's in a conjunction with Mars, and it's in a trine with Uranus. So you're able to speak up with faith, with professionalism, being a professional, right? So if you have to do some type of presentation, you know, with power planet of Pluto, you can also really win over the room, and people are going to be super impressed with you, because Pluto can make you super duper magnetic as well, okay? As long as you don't misuse the energies, it can actually work in your favor. And Mars and Mercury together make you a really great speaker. And your trick, if you are communicating something important around this time, is slow speech, professional speech, like with a authority vibe, okay? That's gonna help you win over anything. Sell products in sales, doing your presentation. If you're writing a paper, just imagine having these vibrations on your paper. You're gonna really inspire people with your words around this time, okay? Then I love this. Venus is in a trine with Jupiter. So it's like this beautiful energy. It's an earth energy, so it's quite physical. So you could be expressing yourself very warmly, like, you know, it can be in a more sexual way or in a just like a warm way. You can express your love to people, especially by taking action. Maybe you want to take someone for dinner. You want to express by buying a present for your friend or for your family. Earth signs are very action oriented and very service oriented, okay? So that's how you might want to show your love. And also Capricorn is quite a commitment sign. So some of you will start some type of commitment with someone, because Jupiter also is in a sextile with Saturn. So definitely commitment for some of you are happening around this day. Chiron, though, and the North Node are in a square with Mars and Mercury. So it's like you're really powerful, really strong, and then suddenly these insecurities might kick in. And this is really your old wounds talking to you, okay? They're saying like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. So have a little meditation if you're hesitating about what you can or can't do. This is where you can transform, okay? And stand up for yourself, because Aries is a sign that goes head first, but Chiron is sometimes holding you back because you're doubting about your qualities, the things you're able to do, okay? And this insecurity might also lead to this overindulgence or over speaking, overdoing something. You don't need to do that. You are enough as you are, so you don't have to extra prove yourself. You don't have to overdo something, okay? Like just be you, and you have to believe that just being you is enough, okay? You are enough. This is definitely one of the key elements of this full moon. Leo is a sign that needs self-confidence to shine. If you don't have enough self-confidence in that area, you're gonna feel underappreciated. You know, a Leo that's not appreciated becomes lazy, wants to give up. It needs to be appreciated. And how can you be appreciated? By doing something you love. So that's very, very key. All right, let's start with the signs. Okay, so Aries, for you, we have this full moon in your fellow fire sign in Leo in the 5th house. This is a beautiful alignment, right? Your ascendant, your sun, it's in a beautiful trine with the moon, and it's really enhancing maybe romantic vibes. Maybe you want to spend time with your friends. However, your friends might have something to say about your partner or about your children. You could hang out with children and your friends, and there might be some power struggles there, okay? You're gonna maybe see a side of your friends that you're not super appreciative of. However, it could also be that they're reflecting something back that makes you uncomfortable, but that could be a point of growth. So this is the other way, okay, of seeing this. Your 2nd house is beautifully aligned with Venus in the 10th house. So Aries, if you want to raise your prices If you want to ask for a raise, this is the time to do it, okay? This is a wonderful alignment. Jupiter and Venus in both your 10th and 2nd house. You could also expect more income around this time, more clients, more visibility. So if you're on social media, you have this really magnetic vibe. So you're definitely going to have more followers. And, you know, the sun just moved into Aquarius, and, you know, you're going to be very recognized by, you know, standing in your power and really owning your personality, right? Even though sometimes it's uncomfortable with Chiron and the North Node, it's time to embrace yourself fully, okay? I'm going to get you a little card here for this full moon in Leo. Discover your life purpose. So if you don't know yet what is suiting to you, literally around this full moon, you might get an answer, or there might be like an opportunity opening up for you. And that's going to be like music to your ears, right? This person is playing music. It's going to be like music to your ears, or music might inspire you on what to do. So listen to the lyrics of songs. It's going to be a very, very interesting full moon for you, okay? Don't overspend for you, overly spend in romance, friends, okay? Because Jupiter's in the square with this full moon. Family and tribe. You are right now figuring out who's your real family and tribe, okay? Your real family and tribe. You need people to lift you up. And you are really, you like people who also have a little bit of an open mindset, you know, fiery energies. Look at these people, have red clothes. They are like passionate about something. You need people who are passionate about something and make you feel alive, make you feel good, right? So that's my message for you, my amazing Aries. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Let's move on to the next sign of Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. So good to see you again, to talk to you again. So we have this full moon in Leo in your 4th house, and 4th house is all about your family. And, you know, why am I having a brain freeze? I said Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Yes. Okay. I don't know. There was a pause in my brain. Like sometimes when I'm a little bit in a higher frequency, I'm having this empty void. So, you know, I don't know if some of you noticed, but I'm channeling a little bit as well when I'm speaking, when I'm translating the planets. And then sometimes it's like an empty void in between. So Taurus, yeah. For you, we have this full moon in your 4th house. And it's opposing the sun in your 10th house. So definitely there could be a huge change happening when it comes to your job. Some of you are literally moving for a job, okay? You're moving to work in a new job, or you're being moved by your current job. Pluto moved into your Aquarius, so definitely a lot of transformation when it comes to your work, especially if you're an early degree Taurus. Otherwise, it could be that Pluto is still in your 9th house and transforming your belief systems, right? So you had some type of awakening in the past few years that are really making you see life differently. Jupiter in the 1st house is making a lovely trine with Venus. How amazing is this, okay? Talking about traveling, some of you are definitely going on a trip, and you're gonna learn so much in this trip. You're gonna see different perspective of life, okay? You could be going to learn a language, or to learn about culture, or to study something spiritual, could be as well, or to study some alternative healing. But I feel this trip is going to be life-changing for you. And this could also be where you could find a new job. But a lot of things are happening at the same time for you. You're in a new beginning. And Saturn is in a sextile with Jupiter. So you're going to make new friends. But also some of you Taurus are going to let go of some of your friends, okay? You're really going to find your own tribe. Saturn is showing you who is your real friend and who is not, who you still resonate with, and who is kind of, yeah, someone you should let go of. Your family could support you in your new job, or you could be working with family. Help from above. So your family could also be helping you from the other side, you know, your past family members. And it's often so beautiful, right? And I see it in my readings that I can see like a family member with one of my clients, and I start to describe what they look like, and they're like, yeah, that's my grandmother. That's, you know, it's so beautiful that we can have them from the other side, backing us up, helping us. Unleash your creativity. So it's time to vamp up your creativity, okay? Especially when it comes to your work. So maybe some of you need to be more creative with your work, literally being creative, or being more creative getting new jobs or getting more clients. You have a lot of visibility and also a very magnetic influence on people. So that's my message for you, my amazing Taurus. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye. Let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. For you, we have this full moon in Leo in your 3rd house, and it's opposing the Sun and Pluto in the 9th house. So definitely some of you Geminis are going on a trip. This could be a trip close by, or you could be going on a longer trip, okay? And this trip might change your belief system. This trip might change the way you see the world, right? Some of you might start a new religion, or go into religion, or you will step out of religion. It's like your belief system is going to change according to your experience, right? So your soul will let you know what it wants to experience and what religion you feel closest to. And this is the beautiful thing, that we are in a world where we are free to choose what we like. And the key point here is we should embrace each other for our differences, right? And not have war about it, who's right and who's wrong, because ultimately we don't know who's right and who's wrong, right? For me, I only have my energy and my feeling, and things that feel warm and fuzzy, it feels good. So I know, okay, this feels good to me. And then there's something that feels not so good. So people who are out of alignment with themselves, they can do things that harm other people. Once you are in integrity with your body, you are following your heart, and your heart will never lead you to destruction. It's always the times when you're disconnected that you're harming yourself and others, right? So yeah, that's a pretty deep message, but I feel like a lot of you Gemini are going through this massive spiritual awakening with Jupiter in the 12th house, right? And you might even study something new according to the new you, because you have changed so much in the past few years. And you might study something new. You might start a job that's different from what you're used to. Saturn in the 10th house might make you more responsible towards maybe you have a more responsible job and it's really busy, but definitely responsibility is key when it comes to your work. If you're looking for a new job, you're going to have to put a bit more effort to find one, because Saturn wants you to work hard in order to get your rewards. Jupiter is in a beautiful trine with Venus. Jupiter in the 12th house with Venus in the 8th house. So you are going through this massive, beautiful transformation. Like, you're getting this massive glow up. You're starting to know what you want to do, and people can definitely see it. So watch out with, oh wow, the cards are flying everywhere. Okay, so watch out with trying to convince people, because Mars is in a conjunction with Mercury. Like, maybe you are trying to convince too much people that are not willing to listen. So, you know, don't bother speak on something that doesn't make sense, okay? Because you might get a certain irritation of something that happened with to you in the past, and you might want to try to solve it. So I'm getting temptation. So some of you might be tempted by a lover, okay? Because I'm getting wild as well. So you decide what you're gonna do with that, Gemini. If you want to accept that or not, that's totally up to you. And then I'm getting selling out sadness. So make sure that whatever you do, it's in integrity with who you are. And that's why I had to bring up this conversation about integrity. Don't do things because someone is forcing you or is very convincing that you will submit into what someone else wants. So listen to your own feeling, what it is that you want, and go for that. And you're gonna be fine, Gemini. So thank you so much for watching. This was my message for you. I hope to see you next time. I really appreciate you and have a really, really nice full moon. Let's move on to the next sign of Cancer. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this full moon for you is going to be in your second house of money, self-value, self-worth. And, you know, you're going to have a lot of lessons around this full moon regarding your money. For some of you, you're going through a court case, a divorce. There could be an inheritance that needs to be spread, and there could be some problems there. Pluto, the moon in opposition with Pluto will say that you need to have a share in whatever financial situation that you're in. So make sure to stand up for yourself, especially if this is related to a relationship, because Mars and Mercury is gonna make you speak up. This is you speaking up or your partner because it's in the 7th house. We do have a beautiful trine with Venus and Jupiter in the 11th house. So some of you might meet someone new or in a friend group, right? So you might meet someone new in a community, a new friend, or a friend might turn into something more around this time. I do feel that there's a lot going on in your life, a lot of things at the same time. But, you know, it's just about embracing procrastinating. So maybe some of you are procrastinating a little bit, Cancer. You're feeling maybe a bit slow, like things are not getting done as fast as you want, because you're very focused right now on other things than maybe work, or work just feels heavy sometimes, even though things are fine. Alchemy. So it's time to look what it is that you actually want. I feel that some of you have been doubting if you're on the right path, and it may require you to have a good look at yourself. Do you feel fully accepted in the workplace? Do you feel fully like you can be yourself? And is this really the skill you want to make money with? Because Leo wants you to be fully happy with the way you make money, okay? Is this in alignment with your integrity? Discover your life purpose. What did I say? Like, some of you are really questioning, thinking about what to do next, okay? Where to focus on. And yeah, it could be a time where you feel a little bit stuck, but also your community is going to help you discover a lot more about yourself and a lot more about your goals. So keep your eyes open. This could be a very life-changing day for you. So thank you so much for watching, my lovely Cancer. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Let's move on to Leo. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So for you, we have, of course, this full moon at 5 degrees in your sign. So check if you have a Sun, Moon, and Rising at 5 degrees, because then definitely you're going to be highly impacted by this full moon. Pluto moved into the sign of Aquarius, and this full moon is in opposition with Pluto, and Pluto is in a conjunction with the sun. So your relationships are getting this massive transformation. This could be the same with your business partnerships, okay? So you might get some truth or see something differently than you saw it before. So you might change your mind on a partnership, on a business partnership. You might need to talk about something that in order to grow together. Are you going to grow together or are you going to leave it behind? So some of you definitely have a tough choice to make. Same as Cancer. You could be going through a divorce or a separation. And there is a question of how are we going to continue and solve this nicely, okay? But for some of you, that's going to be more difficult. Then work is doing amazing. So Mars and Mercury are in the 6th house. You can have super magnetic speech. Make sure this is not an angry speech, okay? Or you're talking angry to colleagues. If you use this energy correctly and you do a presentation or you're talking in a meeting, you can really impress the people in the company. Whether you're a leader or whether you are an employee, you can really impress the crowd. You could get a promotion. We have Venus in a trine with Jupiter. You could get a compliment. You could find a new job. So definitely this energy is gonna raise your status, okay? This could be your literal status or how people see you in the workplace. If you are not working, you're like, you know, I don't want to work. You could still be very valued by people. You might be very magnetic. People start to contact you, want to know how you're doing. So you definitely could even attract like people in the public randomly speaking to you because you have this energy of, you know, yeah, like people in the public just want to talk to you. The Phoenix rising. So we do have Saturn in the 8th house and it's sextiling Jupiter. So you're going to make a huge plan when it comes to your career. You know, it could be that you're on social media, whatever you're doing, you're making this plan and people are impressed with what they're seeing. Impressed, like really impressed. Unleash your creativity. So it's time to follow your passion. Have you been in a job that doesn't really suit you, Leo? And, you know, like my introduction, for you especially, this accounts, if you're not doing something you love, you're going to be super bored. You're going to feel very incomplete, insecure. You need to be a sunshine. And if you're not a sunshine, if you don't lift up other people, you're not in the right job or in the right place. You are naturally someone that exudes warmth and authority, okay? So if you don't feel that way, have a look within. Don't be hard on yourself. The right answer will come to you. So that's my message for you, my lovely Leos. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have this full moon in Leo in your 12th house. So this is a time for you to take a little bit of a break, you know, take some rest. Don't overdo things. Like for you, some of you actually are going on a holiday, right? You have Jupiter in the 9th house and it's trining with Venus in the 5th. And, you know, this is also in a trine with your Sun, Moon, Rising. So definitely, again, we're getting this kind of a grand trine, especially if you're around 5 degrees or 4 degrees. You have this beautiful alignment, again, happening for you. So take a break. For some of you, you might actually meet someone new, someone romantic. This could be on a trip. Or you might be going on a trip with someone you really like. So definitely this is a romantic time for you. You might be thinking, for some of you, about expanding your family, getting pregnant, you know, expecting a child. Pluto is now going out of the 5th house into the 6th, and it's in alignment with the sun, in opposition with the moon. So watch your health, okay? Like, don't overwork. If you feel something is off, go to the doctor, okay? That's what I can recommend you. You might start a new diet or even a new job, and you're taking a break in between. Your dreams might be very vivid around this time. Entrapment. So you want to break free of a certain loophole when it comes to your work. Maybe you feel that you need to expand, or you need to do something that's a little bit more free, because Aquarius really, really appreciates freedom, okay? Self-sabotage. So this is a bit of a Virgo thing. I'm a Virgo as well. We can sometimes sabotage ourselves by being so critical and looking at faults within people and situations. And we actually do that to kind of step out of that situation. So it's like, you know, yeah, the nose is wrong, or they don't sit in the right position, or this situation is this, that, and that. So try not to self-sabotage, okay? And let things happen naturally. So take your mask off and unleash your creativity. So what is it that, you know, because we have so many planets in the 5th house, what creativity are you hiding? Maybe you're ashamed of it. Maybe you feel like you're not good enough. So maybe it's time to show the world more of you, being a bit more vulnerable. You have trouble being vulnerable, especially with the North Node and Chiron in the 8th house. So try to be a bit more vulnerable, also in relationships, so people can understand you a bit better. And honestly, I had it a few days ago myself. I was in such an emotional mood. It was like this wave coming over. And I usually, with friends in the past, I used to be very strong and always, I never really showed what I was feeling. And I felt that people thought I was this really tough person, and I was always fine. And I'm trying to be more open and showing people that sometimes I'm not fine. Sometimes I'm emotional. You know, and this is also because I'm so much more in my feminine energy, whereas in the past I would be a lot in my masculine energy due to my upbringing. It was so tough. I was toughened up, and I was not allowed to really show emotions, feel certain ways, because, you know, like, you would be a little bit judged. So like, over the course of time, I really had to learn how to be vulnerable, how to tell people what I'm feeling. And even though it's a bit uncomfortable, I'm starting to get a bit used to it, and also, yeah, show my weaker sides, which I was really afraid to expose. Especially since I also have Scorpio moon in the 12th house. It's like my emotions were like locked up in a little cage, but they are there, trust me, there were a lot of them. So yeah, I'm definitely more open, and I feel so much safer with the people around me to actually be that way. So yeah, take from this conversation what you need to relate to, yeah, and try to, when you feel safe, expose a little bit more about yourself. So that's for Virgo. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I'll see you next time. Let's move on to the next sign of Libra. So Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have this full moon in your 11th house. And this is really nice. So you're focusing on your friends, your community. And Jupiter is in the 8th house. So it's like maybe someone is going to support you financially to launch a product. Or maybe you made an investment and you're getting really a huge benefit from that, and you want to share it with your friends. Maybe you want to take your friends for a dinner, or your romantic partner. But I do feel that your romantic life might be going through some transformation with Pluto now in the 5th house. You might have to learn lessons regarding your sexuality, for example, and, you know, meeting a lot of people who bring in temptation and what you're learning from that. You know, this could be like third party situations, or what is it that you really want when it comes to commitment. These lessons will really come up for you. Okay, so a lot of lessons regarding love and how you see them, because you have North Node and Chiron in the 7th house, and then now you have this full moon in the 11th and 5th house, and Aquarius in the 5th house is in a conjunction with Pluto. So what it is you need to transform right now. Also, some of you are definitely moving, or you're redecorating your place, visiting family. There is, you might really have an intense conversation with your family. It could also lead to a bit of frustration, or something that's bothering you might come up, and you will be able to stand up for yourself, because Mars is in a conjunction with Mercury. But keep in mind that everyone has the same conjunction around this time, so don't make it into a fight, but make it into a passion, standing up for yourself, and lots of self-respect. Okay, right, Phoenix rising. So I feel like a lot of you are at a point where you're very, very more certain about your boundaries. You're learning about what it is you accept and don't accept from people. You know, I'm getting again the sexual arts, like I said, Jupiter in the 8th house, and then we have Pluto and the Sun in the 5th. So sexuality is coming up. Like, what are you learning about these things, exploring these things within yourself? Say what you mean, okay? So I know, Libra, you're a little bit uncomfortable with conflict. I mean, depending on your chart, right? But a lot of Libras, you're not comfortable with too much conflict. But, you know, sometimes you're going around the subject. Make sure you're clear on what you actually want and what you expect from people. Also in relationships, be very clear, because otherwise it's very difficult for the other person to understand what you mean, and they might get angry with you because you're a bit vague and you're actually trying to avoid conflict, and the other person is angry because they can feel something is off, but you're not telling them. Okay, so yeah, it's about seeing things from different sides. So that's my message for you, my lovely Libras. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, Leo is in your 10th house. So this is a lovely time to focus on career. You might get a new job opportunity, or in general, you could get a really nice compliment about, you know, how you're doing your job, and you will feel more accomplished, because sometimes it can be a bit difficult situation in your day-to-day job, because the North Node is with Chiron, and sometimes you feel overlooked and not really seen in your job. So now maybe you could actually talk about it and tell them like, hey, I don't feel very seen and I don't feel very appreciated, and there could be some changes in that area. Okay, Pluto is in Aquarius now. It's very close to your IC and your Sun. So there might be a huge transformation when it comes to your family situation. You might really stand up for yourself, or, you know, there could be some disruption happening, but it's all to grow spiritually, to elevate. But yeah, it could be that maybe your old pains regarding your family are coming back, and they're coming to the surface for you to heal them. Okay, and this could have to do with a new partner coming in and showing you certain things that are triggering old patterns, because this full moon is in a square with Jupiter. Okay, but Scorpio, but Venus in the 3rd house is in a trine with Jupiter in the 7th. If there is a time for love, it's now. Love is in the air in the upcoming months. You definitely have a chance to meet someone very significant in your life, Scorpio. And this wonderful placement could definitely do a lot romantically for you. You could get married this year. You could meet someone really beautiful. And with Venus in the third house, this could be on a trip. If you're going on a trip, you might meet someone new. This could be you meet someone in your neighborhood by just like walking around. So yeah, and then you meet someone and it's like very sudden, okay? Mercury and Mars in the third house make you a very prominent speaker. Oh, soulmate. Crazy. I just said it. Jupiter, 7th house. So keep your eyes open the upcoming months if you're single, if you're in a relationship. I don't know. Maybe just get a ring on that finger, right? Right? Home. Home. Buying a new home, moving, okay? Some of you are moving, buying a home, but with Pluto in the 4th house, make sure everything is in order, okay? That you're not being set up, that you're really seeing everything clearly. Pay attention to the signs, okay? So you will be maybe seeing some repetitive patterns happening, especially regarding to your job situation. So keep an eye on the signs, on what you need to do next, okay? I need to get an extra on self-love. Also signs on self-love, okay? It's not just finding the right partner, but you have to be in a place where you love yourself enough to accept it. If you are not ready, and people say, oh yeah, okay, the astrology was there, but you have to be ready as well. So it's a two-way stream, okay? That's my message for you, my amazing Scorpio. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see you next time. Bye, Scorpio. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So for you, Leo is in your 9th house, fellow fire sign, okay? And especially if you have like 5-degree ascendant, Sun, Moon, or yeah, Sun and Moon, you have a beautiful trine to your rising, your Sun or your Moon, which is really going to enhance your mood, okay? So 9th house is in opposition with the Sun in your 3rd house. So some of you are starting a new study. Okay, you could be doing some kind of research. You might be studying on the side, whatever it is. You have this curiosity or something you want to learn. You could be doing a workshop that day or just diving into certain subjects on YouTube. Your curiosity will be really triggered. Also, you might have an idea to write something, to write a book, working on a research paper. Pluto is now in Aquarius in the 3rd house, so definitely a huge obsession on getting to know specific subjects, getting to know more, on something you are interested in, okay? It will be definitely something maybe a bit out of the box that you want to learn, or something internet related. Maybe you're a coder or you're working in science, but definitely you want to learn something that is a little bit, how do you say it? That takes a lot of intellect. Let's say it like that. Yeah. Jupiter in the 6th house is trining Venus in the 2nd. Money, money, money. So there could be a rainfall of money through work. So an extra bonus, a raise, more clients. If you're self-employed, you could have good paying clients or they're paying you more. Okay, so you are working a lot on finances around this time and you might have some good news about it. Maybe you have to stand up for yourself as well if someone's not paying, because Mars and Mercury are in the 2nd house, making you value yourself more, okay? Then I'm getting soulmate. So, you know, some of you are already with your soulmate, but others could be meeting someone, or you're preparing to meet someone for when Jupiter is going into Gemini. So it's time for you to think about what type of person would you be interested in? Write down the traits, especially the qualities of their character are really important. Saturn is in a sextile with Jupiter, so your family situation might be a little bit better. You might be able to speak about certain situations and see an improvement in the situation. If you're in if you bought a new house or you rented a house, now is the time to get a good plan set and make sure everything is in order, okay? How teachable are you? So there could be a situation where you get the same lesson, and regarding romance, regarding family, and you're being triggered, or it could be like a projection from family, right? Like a traumatic event happening when you were younger, and very often we repeat them when we're older. So, for example, I grew up with people that didn't really accepted me for who I am, right? I was really not really given any space to grow as my own human being. So what did I do? I became hyper independent, hyperly strong, but from the inside I wasn't really accepting myself. So I was all the time with people that didn't really love me or didn't really see me, have very narcissistic qualities. And this started changing when I started accepting me for who I am. So what's your pattern? What is it that you need to accept about yourself and need to accept about your past and make peace with it? So that's my message for you, my lovely Sagittarius. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I'll see you next time. Let's move on to Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have Leo, this Leo full moon in your 8th house. And 8th house is all about finances, right? And it's in opposition with the Sun and Pluto. Ooh. Oh my God, my laptop almost fell. Sorry. So yeah, the Sun is in your 2nd house in opposition with the 8th house, and Pluto moved into Aquarius on the 21st of January. So you're gonna really revalue or reevaluate your worth. You're gonna really have to look at your finances, right? There could be new finances coming in. This could be through an inheritance. You could be getting money back from insurance, but be aware that you don't directly spend the money, because there's a square with Jupiter in the 5th house, which could make you spend it on fun stuff. Make sure to invest it in something you really, really need, okay? Because the square with Jupiter can lead to overindulgence, maybe spending too much money on gambling, dinners, or a workshop that you don't actually need, okay? Because there are so many workshops that I'm seeing like passing by, you know, these really fast money track, like people who make really fast courses just to make money, and they don't really have their heart in it. So yes, it gives money, but also, is it really valuable to your life, right? You want to follow someone that really walks their talk and really are, like, I've seen people also that I'm following in the marketing, and they're really walking their talk, and I can really respect those kind of people. And those are the people I would approach if I need something, because I need proof that what they're doing, that it actually works. And you know, I've seen also a lot of people who manifest, who teach manifestation, and are they are on loans. So they, on the outside, they live in a really big houses and everything, but they're not really living what they are selling, right? So you first have to own it, and then you can really teach other people. So I don't know why I told you this story, but I'm sure someone here needs to hear it. Venus is in the first house. You're going to be highly magnetic. Mercury and Mars in the first house. Wow, you're going to be you're going to be like a powerhouse around this day. So if you need to sell something, if you're in sales, or you're going to have a presentation, or you're presenting something, you're going to really sell people on your idea. So if you pitch something or you need an investment, now's the time. Venus is in a trine with Jupiter. You're also in a huge love cycle, so you might meet someone new. Some of you are getting pregnant or expecting a child. Okay, temptation. Okay, so temptation, I would say, is the overindulgence that can happen around this time, especially with Jupiter and Venus in a trine. Help from above. So listen to your intuition, because your ancestors might whisper, you know. I always say intuition is the same as these flashes of ideas coming into your mind. If you believe it or not, but these are coming a lot of times either from your higher self or from your guides. Okay, so listen to reoccurring thoughts. Inner child. A lot of you are healing huge amount of inner child traumas. Okay, so you can heal and accept a lot of things that happened to you in your childhood. And yeah, you're gonna also be more playful. Maybe you haven't been super playful lately, and now you're like really in your playfulness, your playful mode, and that's really making you much more magnetic. So keep going, Capricorn. You're doing so great. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, subscribe to my channel or leave a comment below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Let's move on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have Leo in your 7th house. So this is all about your partnerships and romance. And for some of you, you could be meeting someone new. Maybe you recently moved and you could find a new potential partner, in your surroundings, in your neighborhood, maybe in your own block, in your own housing block, or when you're visiting family. At the same time, because we have Mars, Mercury, and Venus in the 12th house, it's time to take it a little bit easy. Don't spend too much energy on going out. You have Jupiter, Uranus in the 4th house, being at home. So make your home cozy, right? And just pamper yourself. Take a massage, take a bath, take it easy, right? Go out, but not too much, right? It's a bit about taking it easy. You can spend time with your partner, enjoying some series, whatever it is that makes you happy. You could read a book that is really going to align with you beautifully, okay? Meditation, really great day to meditate. Have faith. So some of you have lost a little bit of faith because now Pluto also is in Aquarius. You're going through this massive transformation, and sometimes you feel like it's one obstacle after the other. And I have Pluto on the ascendant myself. I've said it a few times, and I do have a lot of obstacles and have had a lot of obstacles in my life. And there are a lot less because I've been meditating, fasting, and I'm having specific diets to really break down karmic cycles. And you know, my friend actually gave me a Ganesha statue right when I was a little bit emotional. It was such a beautiful timing. Like, she gave it to me, and it's against obstacles, and I thought it was such an amazing gesture. It was a sign from the universe that they have my back no matter what, and that the obstacles that I'm facing are temporarily. So I want you to know, Aquarius, that the obstacles that you're facing are temporarily. And you know, ask the universe for help, ask your friends for help if you feel that things are getting a bit too much for you, okay? How teachable are you? So you're getting a little bit of reoccurring lessons, things that are telling you like, hey, did you learn your lesson? And Saturn is in your second house, so this lesson could be regarding your finances, for example. Maybe you spend too much on your home, or you're spending too much in general, or you feel like you're earning very little, so you have to adjust to your new earnings. Okay, selling out. Some of you have been giving too much of yourself away. It's time to recharge. It's time to be very, very sweet to yourself. And also happy birthday to my sun sign, early birthday Aquarius. It's a beautiful time to manifest and also to make a wish. So you blow a candle, you make a wish, you send it into the world. This is the time to let the universe know what it is that you want. So that's my message for you, my amazing Aquarius. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Let's move on to the next sign of Pisces. So for you, we have this full moon in Leo in your 6th house. And 6th house is all about your health. It's about your work. And I feel that some of you need to balance taking a break a little bit more. So because Saturn in the 1st house is bringing a lot of responsibility for you. And I feel that some of you really need a break. And also this time you will probably go out, meet some friends, enjoy yourself. This Venus is in the 11th house. It's making a beautiful trine with Jupiter. So maybe you will go on a trip with your friends. You're going on a trip with your siblings. Maybe your siblings are your friends. This is really to reconnect with yourself and to find peace within again. Okay, so watch your health and have good boundaries with people who are overstepping them at this time. I feel that some of you have people around you that are asking a lot, and you are focusing a little too much on these people and maybe lacking on the people that are actually there for you. So you have to redefine who is really there for you. I'm getting procrastination. So Saturn is slowing things down a little bit. So it's time to rest, but also put your focus on where it matters. I feel like some energy goes to people that actually don't really deserve your time. So point that, point it out and take some distance from people that are taking a little bit too much of your energy, and reconnect with beautiful friends around you. Money could be a little bit difficult, okay? So maybe you're underselling yourself a little bit, or you feel lately you're not worthy of more. So it's time to rediscover your self-worth and really standing up for yourself. Say what you mean. We have Mercury and Mars in the 11th house. So stand up for yourself if you have to, in the workplace, with your friends, right? You tell them, I don't have time, I'm sorry. Or you're gonna have to redefine your group, and you're gonna see who are your real friends. Okay, I'm getting this is crazy, family and tribe, and letting go. So you're redefining your tribe is so important right now. Take rest when you need to, and listen to your body, your health. Eat a good diet right now. You could be a little bit self-indulgent, so don't overeat, overdrink around this time. But I feel you're in such a growth right now. I don't know. It's like almost people are really impressed with what you've been doing. And you can really reward yourself for all the hard work you've done so far. It's been absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And until next time. Bye-bye.